Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the FearFans podcast. I'm your host, Don Elmy, and with me is Nick Muley. And
Yeah, just the two
and,
of us
and
tonight, at least for now.
just for now, there'll be others joining us soon. But I came to this wearing the proper attire.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Well, because the sign was blocking it, so that's why I couldn't see it at
Right.
first.
So yeah, Umbrella Corporation, and you know what that means, right? Tonight we're covering another chapter of one of my all-time actually not one of it's my all-time favorite horror franchise and in the video game world, Resident Evil. And this time we're covering Resident Evil 3. This was originally released in 1999 under the name Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Here. Hey, how's it going, Thomas? Hey,
Honest,
Sitting Ducks. How's it going? Good to see you. Oh, hey, Leon. Yeah, we're doing great. Hope everything's going well with you. Yeah, it's been a great day for me today, aside from the cold weather. But
yeah,
yeah, so yeah, this was originally released in 1999. Oh, hold on, I believe I still have my copy of it.
the original copy.
Yep. Oh, here it is.
Well, Leon. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So you do have it then. Okay.
Yeah, originally released on the PlayStation. I believe it was also released on the what was it, the Sega Dreamcast, and it was re-released on the GameCube. I think there were like the limited copies of this on the GameCube. Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, I didn't get this
Hey,
right
Heather.
away though. I got this in like later years because this game came out when I was only 7 years old, and
Yeah, you
yeah,
were a little
obviously,
young for a game like that, which is not
yeah,
surprising.
I was young, but yet I was young, yet I saw footage of it anyway, and saw the only thing in video games that like the only video game villain that I was ever terrified of as a little kid, and it was Nemesis.
Which I could sure understand why now that I've watched part of you. I mean, well, that now I watch you play part of the game.
The remake, yes.
The remake,
Yeah, I
yeah.
showed Nick the remake that was released in 2020, and Nemesis is just as terrifying in that as he was in this. Like the
Very,
design was,
very intimidating.
he is. Nemesis is well deserving of that reputation of being one of the most terrifying villains in video game history.
He's like seven
Yeah,
feet
like
tall. He's huge.
he's
God,
gigantic.
eight
He's
feet tall
7 feet.
actually.
Yeah, he's here. Let's confirm here. Let's go.
Yo, his
Let's
height,
find
yeah,
this
because I was assuming he had to be
Nemesis.
like in the 7, 8 foot range.
Oh, here it is. 7'3". Yeah,
Seven foot
Nemesis.
three.
He
Okay,
is.
well there you go.
Yeah, so because you know how the Umbrella Corporation, like from the very beginning, their goal was to use the T virus to create, yeah, like unstoppable soldiers for the military. The Nemesis is pretty much their biggest success on that.
Yeah,
This is like it's like in this game you spend this game fighting what Umbrella was trying to create in the first place. Like so, but everything
exactly.
before that was were like failed experiments. They had turned people into zombies and all sorts of other mutants. Lickers. Let's see, Cerberus.
Cerberus, I was about to say.
Both of those you'll see in the. I don't think there were lickers in the original version, but they were in the remake.
I was going to say they've
Hey
become
Heather.
quite a common enemy. Good to see you, Heather. Thanks for tuning
Oh
in.
yeah, I remember like this year at Spirit of Halloween, they actually had liquor masks. They had the
I
tongue and
know.
everything.
I thought that was interesting that they were taking a direction to the Resident Evil. Oh, look who just showed up and just logged in. Pickle
Hey
Top.
Tom.
My Minecraft nemesis. The man
I
who
mean,
wants
I
to
am
break
called.
my door and sleep in my bed for some strange reason.
You should have seen you should have seen what happened this past Sunday.
Oh,
There's a reason why
Yeah,
I'm now
I
also
was.
Nemesis on Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
He was
yeah,
just
like
let's just put it
I,
this way.
I
He's
missed
trying to
that.
get
Yeah, I missed that because yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't make that. I was going to join you guys, but I fell asleep. I
well, you were
was
you were
in.
doing your reaction video
I'm
too.
just going to give
Yeah,
you a little
I did the reaction video. I edited it, but then I fell asleep.
Well, there was a lot of
Yeah.
edits in that.
well, I'm just going to give
Yep.
you a little plot line about how it went down when you were away. Tom
Okay.
was trying to nick-proof his building more, but unfortunately, he failed miserably, especially his bedroom door.
Well, see, I failed, but I did not fail. See, what I did, because he kept coming into my room, so I took the wooden door away. I put an iron door there, and I knew that this man would not pay attention to the fact that I put a
Okay.
button right above the door to activate the
What?
door. So he just kept breaking
Nice.
the damn door.
Oh,
So I waited behind it, and every time he started to break it, I opened it and killed him
I got you.
over and
Oh, here.
over and over.
That admit, though, that was
Hey,
so damn
Tom. Yeah,
funny. They're not.
here's that reaction video I was talking about. Yeah, Billy said. Yeah, the reaction video was Watch Mojo, one of their videos where it
Oh yeah,
covered the top 20 the worst video games released on the PlayStation One.
yeah.
But yeah, that was quite a list. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys. I mean, we might as well start off with this clip here, where it shows like where you first encounter Nemesis. Finally, show you what what
Uh,
what I was afraid of when I was a little kid. Here,
so it's kind
let
of
me see if
fitting
I
that I
can.
called him my Minecraft nemesis. Huh? You see what I
Well,
did?
and for
I
those
didn't
who've
even know I
never,
did it.
and for those who've never
Yeah,
seen this game like being played, viewer discretion is advised.
friggin' ads.
Yeah, you
Hang on.
gotta love those
Hey,
ads.
listen, I love ads on YouTube, and you should too.
Yeah,
You should
well,
get
Hey,
monetized.
hey,
I don't know why you're not.
what you need, Tom, is you need your own ad.
okay.
People
Anyway,
can go and subscribe to youtube.com/this is Tom's World. That
Yep.
would
okay,
be
here
the
it is.
YouTube ad. I would not mind
Okay,
watching.
okay, here it is.
Ooh,
All right.
legs. Hey, redhead.
Jill!
Brad!
We've got to. Jill! Help!
No! Brad?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I still
that's
hear
what you had to deal with. That's what you have to deal with throughout the whole game.
that
Yeah, the
clip. That was
Nemesis.
great. Like from the very beginning, you saw legs, and then it panned up, and you saw a hiney, and then you found out she was a redhead. I was like, oh my god, this is just great. I love it.
Yeah. Of course, you would say that about one of my all-time favorite female characters in video game history.
Well, I have a
And
redhead.
Well, not to mention, I mean, now I own the game myself because obviously, as you've seen, I got the game on Steam. So, and that actually
hey, Braxton.
reminds me. Who knows, Don? There might be a possible because all this talk about Resident Evil. I can't make any guarantees that this could happen, but with my new network, we just recently got a new show host joining who's going to be a game player. So who knows? Maybe we could try to request him, and he's another show host from Scotland, in fact. Maybe we could try to request him to play Resident Evil 3
Oh, is that?
on Multiverse.
Wait a minute! Don't tell me.
Hey, Louisiana. Yes.
Don't tell
Hey,
what?
Braxton.
Don't tell me his YouTube name. I'm going to tell you what it is. How about that?
It's
Yeah.
not a YouTube name.
No,
No, he's on Facebook.
it
Yeah.
doesn't begin with
So,
a W.
No.
That's
No,
it.
okay, never
Would
mind, 'cause I
you
know
like
that
the
one.
actress who played Jill in this? Oh yeah, I love the actress who played Jill in the original and the remake. Both were amazing voice actors. Like that's one of the major improvements that like as far as the original Resident Evil games on the PlayStation, because in the first Resident Evil game on the PS1, like the voice acting is notoriously horrible, but it actually improved in the second and the third game.
Pretty much all the voice acting on video games back then when the PS1 was around, and this was on the PS1. You said, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, the acting wasn't the best. They improved because they just didn't take it seriously then. You know what I
Right.
mean? They didn't know what it was going to become.
Yeah. So, like the whole premise of Resident Evil 3 is it's actually pretty interesting. It takes place before and after the events of Resident Evil 2. So it's a prequel and a sequel at the same time. Yeah, like you spend the first half of the game, it takes place before the events of Resident Evil 2, where Leon and Claire enter Raccoon City and then barely make it out with their lives, along with Sherry. And then takes place, and like the second half of Resident Evil 3 takes place after Resident Evil 2, which leads up to, taking down Nemesis and just seeing that and just barely making out before, just very last second before Raccoon City is completely destroyed.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Nemesis and Resident Evil Apocalypse. They got that right to some degree, but then they had to ruin it by the reveal in the end of what Nemesis is. Because Nemesis is supposed to be like this basically a super soldier, and you don't know what this thing used to be or who it used to be, but they actually gave you a reveal that it's like a character from the first movie, from the movie before that. So I didn't really like that reveal. But I can say this: I do like his design in the live action film Resident Evil Apocalypse. In fact, I have a picture. Let me pull that up.
Did it turn out to be the dude from the first one?
What?
One of the dudes, yeah.
Like,
There it is.
well, but like in the first one, you could either be male or female. Was it the male that you could play in it, or?
Oh, you mean like in the games? Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
well,
Yeah.
well, the thing is, this Resident Evil 3 is different from the first two because it doesn't give you the option to choose which person. Because in the first game you choose between Chris and Jill. Second game, Leon and Claire. But in this, you play as Jill, and then in the story, it switches to Carlos, one of the soldiers that Jill is teaming up with.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's story dependent in the third game. Which I will admit, it kind of affects its replayability. Playing as far as playing one character and then playing as a different character in different scenarios.
And they revised this game too, right? Like they put it out again with better
They did.
graphics and so, yeah.
Oh yes, yep. They've remade this game, and it was released in 2020. And I've done a live stream series out of it. Actually,
Cool.
yeah, it was I did 2 videos out of it to be. But I will say this: I love Jill's new design in the remake. Here, I'll pull that up too. Hang on.
She's got a better hiney.
Not exactly.
Here, what you'll see here on the left
blonde.
is her. Yeah, on the left is her original design on the PS1 game, and on the right side you'll see how she looks in the remake. Seriously, I love her redesign in this. It's incredible.
She does look more realistic.
And she's a little more endowed now too. I'm just saying. I'm pointing that out in case you weren't seeing that.
Yeah, but I just love Jill because of her resilience. It's like no matter how bad things were getting, she was always fighting. Not willing to give up. And like just taking down zombies, taking down any monsters that get in her way. And the whole reason why Nemesis is after her is because Umbrella saw how the STARS members destroyed the mansion facility and killed the Tyrant in the first game, and they wanted to. And this play takes place less than 2 months after the events of the first game, so Umbrella decided to take advantage of the outbreak in Raccoon City and release their bioweapons, their BOWs, and Nemesis being their most powerful one, and using Nemesis to destroy the STARS members as revenge for not only just to take revenge for the destruction of the mansion facility, but also to just eliminate witnesses of their illegal experiments. Yeah, and Nemesis is the Greek god of revenge, so.
Makes
Fitting
a lot
name.
of sense.
Yeah, and Nemesis is one of the most powerful video game bosses ever. Like he could take small arms fire. He is incredibly resilient. Like he's very hard to take down. It's like you can take him down, but he doesn't stay down. Like he will respawn like constantly throughout the game. And here's something that also makes him stand out. Let me skip ahead.
I was gonna say, like, even when you take them out, that's just temporary. You're just kind of more or less just stunning or knocking him out.
He's like a deadite. He just doesn't die. I
Where's
will bring up Evil Dead every chance I
Hey,
get. You should know
hey,
that by now.
you know what they say? Where the hell is Bruce Ash when you need him?
Oh, I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll wait for him to get back. But yeah, Nemesis is like the ultimate bioweapon from Umbrella, and he's like pretty much the Terminator.
Yeah, very much so. Like the mutated zombie version of the Terminator.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what they were going for with this. If they were inspired, if they just watched the first two Terminator movies and were like, okay, we need to make a villain that's a lot like this.
I often can't help
Yeah.
but wonder because the fact that all he says also is stars and that he's like this giant mutant. For some reason, he reminds me a little bit of Chris Walker from Outlast, almost like a zombie version of Chris Walker. If you really think about it, except difference is Chris Walker is an actual person. He mutilated himself, and he speaks a lot more, but mainly will say "little pig."
Yeah.
Little pig,
But
let me in.
Pig. He calls you that in
being the
Outlast.
last experiment knew that Umbrella was another reason why they programmed Nemesis to go after them. Yes, and because Nemesis was not just some mindless killing machine. It had specific orders to destroy STARS members, and was even given photographs of each STARS member, including Jill, so that he could recognize them.
Had specific orders. He was looking for Sarah Connor.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Jill Valentine is pretty much the Sarah Connor in this story.
Very much.
That's right.
That's right. Come on.
Come on.
And here's what happens when you after you take him down and you go inside of the police station. Hang on, let me add this. Where is it? Ah, here.
That bazooka. He doesn't need that.
And he follows you throughout upstairs, everywhere. Those footsteps.
Dr. Claw.
But
Next stop.
yeah, except and by the way, that's the only thing Nemesis ever says is stars.
Yeah.
He's so
I couldn't even understand that. I just heard the voice that guttural.
Yeah, he's saying stars.
Ah.
Yeah, he's saying stars.
That's like in the cartoon Batman, where Bane could only say Bane.
Yeah, pretty much. It's almost like a human version of Blood Rain.
Bane.
Maybe.
And then he turned into something different in the movies, and I didn't like it.
Oh, yes. Oh, Braxton. Yeah, that video game actually was featured in when I watched that reaction video for top 20 worst PlayStation 1 games. Yeah, like it feels like a rail shooter for Resident Evil. That could be interesting if they actually worked hard on it, because seriously, it was like a last ditch effort to make a game, one last game for the PlayStation 1. And you can only use one weapon in that game, and that's the handgun, and that's it. And I'm just like, what? No shotgun, no machine gun? Come on, guys.
I mean, that clip you showed, does dude really need a bazooka with as big and powerful and immune as he is to stuff? Does he really? I mean, that's overkill, I think.
Well, they just wanted to demonstrate his intelligence. Like, he's smart enough to actually use weapons. Like, you should see what he's like in the remake. He not only uses a rocket launcher, he also has a flamethrower.
Man, that would be like giving the Hulk those guns from a helicopter, like the Terminator had. Like, there's no point. It's overkill, I think.
Yeah, that's right, Braxton. Resident Evil Survivor was in first-person view, which I will admit was pretty unique, but it just had, like, some enemies that were just easy to kill, and you were just using a handgun against the tyrants. I'm like, come on, that's not how you... Yeah, there were plenty of things wrong with that game. And the voice acting was horrible. It was a downgrade.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I hear police sirens running.
What?
I thought I heard police sirens
out way away from my house. Like, I could barely hear them.
I heard them.
Man, I got a damn good microphone, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Wearing Clock Tower 3. Oh, yeah. I remember.
hey,
Oh,
Joe,
hey.
where are you?
Joe. Yeah, hope you're doing well.
You all right?
No, he's half left.
Oh, geez.
I mean, if he was just all right, he'd just walk around in the circle all the time. Like, you know.
Really?
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean,
Well,
you got to be
Oh, my
half
God.
left. You can. It's just like when you say you're running into the woods. You can only run halfway into the woods because then you're running halfway out. You know, it's
boy.
Jason
Oh,
the
hey,
Lava Bandit. Yep.
what the hell?
Jason the Lava Bandit. You
Why the
hear that,
hell
Nick? They're coming for you.
What the hell? Come on.
that's right. Come on.
Oh, man. So, yeah, this game, there's like, this game can be pretty tough at times. Like Nemesis being the hardest thing to fight against. Like you have to have more than just a handgun. You need to have, oh man, the most powerful thing you could use against them is the grenade launcher.
I'm
But
sure.
and you can take Nemesis down. Like he's it's like he's like temporarily he can be stopped, but that only lasts for like a little bit of the game, and then you move on to another place. He comes back, and each time you take him down,
I'll be back.
yeah. Each time he goes down, he actually drops an item that you can use that becomes very useful, like gun parts, magnum parts, or parts of a shotgun, a rifle. Like, so so it is very, very, beneficial to fight him. Like, despite how terrifying he is, he always comes charging at you, throws you around. He's, shoots you with a rocket launcher. And also, he has like tentacles that he can use to grab, and also uses those to infect. Like
So
he's
basically,
capable of spreading the virus.
you're saying he's not a good friend, is what you're saying.
Chest cheat.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe said he'll be back Thursday night and Friday. We just got got the shower fixed too.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
that's
He's
good.
his shows are coming back. The what is it? The
Retro
deck.
review. Oh, on the deck.
Yeah, that's coming
Yep,
back.
you need GTA 5 cheat weapons. Yeah, if only it were that simple. And it's also worth noting that Resident Evil 3 also is the game that introduced one thing that's popular, one popular game mode called Mercenaries mode, where you can just fight off all sorts of monsters within a time limit. And I saw footage of that, and there was actually one point where it looked like there were two Nemesises that the player was fighting against. I'm like, oh come on, if like two Nemesis, it's like one is bad enough.
And they both have rocket launchers, and it's one has a button on his chest that when he presses it, everybody just around him dies. And
Oh yes, yeah. Braxton is referring to the rail gun. That's like the only thing that could kill Nemesis is this experimental rail gun that just uses like some serious firepower energy. I mean, but there are differences in it. In the first game, it was like stationary. You had to make sure Nemesis was right in front of in the line of its fire. You can't adjust the railgun. You had to get him weaken him and make sure he's right in front of the railgun before you fire it. But here's something that's gonna blow your minds. In the remake, hang on, I even commented about this. Hang on, hold on. Let me open that file. I had it saved here. Where is it? Okay, so final boss battle, and so the only way to stop him, Jill comes across this experimental rail cannon here, and I'm going to show you just how ridiculous this was. Hang on, exit screen share. Hang on, I gotta change this up. Oh, here, believe this is it. Yep. Okay, here, let me add this here. Okay, now check this out. This I think thought was pretty ridiculous. I'm sure some people would agree with me.
Full screen shot.
Look at that. Okay, does that look like the sort of thing that one person would be able to carry? That's got to weigh that's got to be weighing like 5, maybe 600 pounds. I wouldn't be able to. And no, I'm not being sexist. Okay, I'm I wouldn't be able to carry that.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty big to be
well,
honest.
listen, I'm used to carrying around things that big. I'm just saying, no.
I was just thinking of
I don't leave home without it.
You know what it kind of remind me of is you guys are familiar with the game Team Fortress 2, right? You guys are
Yeah.
okay. You remember
Right. Well,
remember the character, the Heavy, like when they have the video of Meet the Heavy? He's got like that giant machine gun or something.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, he's like, it costs $400,000 to fire this weapon for exactly 12 seconds. So it makes me wonder
oh,
how much it costs to fire that for 12 seconds.
yeah. Well, you once you fire it, you have to like recharge it. So yeah, it would take like probably two, maybe three people at most to lift that thing. But if you thought that was crazy, and when you thought this couldn't get any crazier, check this out.
Well, all I know is that it's probably going to. Oh,
Watch.
whoa. Whoa!
So here, hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. Let me just pause it at this right moment here. Wait, hang on. There it is. Okay, so here, answer me this: how is it that this gun is powerful? The recoil on the thing is power enough to shatter surrounding concrete, but somehow doesn't shatter her.
No, she doesn't even budge.
Well, one thing
Poor
for
animation.
one thing for
Are
sure,
you kidding me?
that's probably going to be in the couple $100,000 to recharge a thing like that if that existed in real life.
Yeah, like seriously, how are you able to like? How are you even alive? That's what should have
Yeah.
that should have shattered you.
It's like that weapon from Demolition Man, like the
Yeah,
laser that he gets finally, and it takes a while to charge.
yeah. Jill is superhuman. It's confirmed.
Yeah. Or are you sure she couldn't be the enemy to the Terminator? How do we not know that she's a Terminator who was reprogrammed?
She's the T-999,000.
Yeah. And so, like, depending on what game mode like you're on, like if you're starting off at least the original version of this game, like definitely play the easy mode because when you start off with that, you start off with an assault rifle that's fully loaded, and you got this reloading tool where you can craft ammo.
Hmm.
And then when you go to your first safe room and you open the chest, there's a handgun, a shotgun, and a magnum, and all this ammo, and also an infinite ink ribbon, so you can save the game as many times as you want, like in
Wow.
the safe room. So that game mode is incredibly generous when it comes to resources.
I think even in the original in easy mode, you didn't get like any kind of infinite ribbon for saving. You had to find it. I think. Well, no, you know what? I actually played the second one more than I played the first one because when you said Claire was in the second one, I remember that name a lot. So I think I played the
Yeah,
second one more than anything else. It's been a
Claire
long
Redfield.
time.
Yeah, Claire Redfield. Yes, that's another popular character of the franchise. Yeah, seriously, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and let's see. One thing I wanted to bring up most recently, I actually finally got myself to watch Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City because it took a while for me to watch that because I pretty much lost faith in them ever making a live action Resident Evil movie that's anywhere faithful to the game. Seriously, like if I were to watch something that's faithful to the game, I'd just watch the animated films.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's these CGI animated ones, Resident Evil Degeneration, Resident Evil Damnation, and Resident Evil Vendetta, and also the newest one, Resident Evil Death Island, which takes place on Alcatraz, believe it or not.
Oh, really? Alcatraz.
Sounds like a reality
And,
show. Resident
yeah,
Evil Death Island.
yeah.
Oh,
I love how they used Jill's design from the Resident Evil 3 remake for Death Island. Yeah, I thought that was great.
I think I now get the understanding why it's taking place on Alcatraz because it's probably all the reanimated soldiers that died on the rock because of Nicolas Cage. So and Sean Connery.
I've actually been there. I've been there.
Huh?
I've been to Alcatraz.
You've been to
Oh, yeah.
Alcatraz?
Yes.
Oh,
I went to San Francisco.
I always wanted to go to Alcatraz.
I went to San Francisco back in 2000 for like a week. And one of the things I did while I was there was take the very last tour at Alcatraz. So it was nighttime. And I saw or heard nothing paranormal
Oh man,
related.
see, I've always wanted to investigate Alcatraz. That's one of my locations I really want to investigate.
Come here and investigate Eastern State
Yeah,
Penitentiary.
State Penitentiary is another one. But what were you saying, Don, after I said about The Rock? About the reanimated soldiers like Nicolas Cage go?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, what I was trying to say is that the whole point of what I was trying to say is the whole point of Resident Evil Death Island. The story of that is all of the protagonists throughout the Resident Evil franchise gather are working together now to take down this facility that was secretly built on Alcatraz. Yeah, they were.
Wow.
Yep, somebody decided to experiment with the T virus and any other mutations on that island. Yeah, apparently some people in Resident Evil franchise they just never learned.
Wow. And before I forget, since we're on Fear Fans here, and it is very much related to Fear Fans, not the current topic, but still the show. Last night, I went downstairs, and while I was making my dad's dinner, I heard familiar sounds coming from the TV, and I looked over and I yelled out, "Black Christmas!" He said, "Yep, it was the original Black Christmas." He watched about half of it, and he said, "I can't watch anymore. This is really confusing and stupid. I don't know."
Well,
He said, "I can't take these people
you are
anymore."
also watching it during the month. To be fair, you are also watching it during the month of February.
Wow.
And Nicolas Cage is the T-800. See, we'll have to share that for Kate when she comes on.
I'm the T-801.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Nicolas Cage was a Terminator?
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Or if he's a Terminator reprogrammed to protect, to come with me. How would he say it, Don? Come with me if you want to.
He would say it like this. He would say it like this. Come with me if you want to live.
You got to get a little stutter in the beginning. Hey, come with me. Yep.
There, you gotta come with. Yeah, you just gotta come with me if you want to live.
Come with me.
There's one more. There's one more big line from the Terminator that we need to know what he sounds like. What if he says Austin?
Oh, it's this. Yeah, here. I was trying to get to it. Let me get to it.
Oh.
It is. Yeah. Here. Hasta la vista, baby.
Come with. I love it, Robert. Come with me if you want to bees.
Come with me if you want to bees.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, like Nemesis, like just chases Jill throughout the entire game, and not only that, but also, I don't know, like I forgot to explain this, but it does mutate into several different stages, like even more so in the remake. Like it starts off, like being able to walk like a man, but then it mutates into like a quadrupedal form, and then
that's a
like
big word.
Seriously, it becomes
quadrupedal.
Yeah, here.
I would never use that word, so it's a big word to me.
Well, here, let me just pull this up. What's the real gun? Nemesis. Okay,
sounds like a Who song. Quadrupedal.
Here, this thing's taking forever to open, and nope, don't care. Yeah,
another YouTube ad.
Yeah, they're trying to advertise Planet Fitness. I'm like, we don't care. Here, let me go back to that boss battle where he's first introduced as running on all fours. Here,
quadrupedal.
Yep, quadrupedal. Yes,
I'm going to keep using it because I've never said that before. So it's fun to say quadrupedal. Quadrupedal. It's fun.
Yep, it is.
Okay, here it is. Okay, so like this takes place like after like Nemesis is on fire, but it takes a lot more than just fire to kill this thing. Okay, so yeah, here let me share this. This thing's just decides to be a lot more complicated than it should be. All right, here it is.
Nikolai left us to die.
Wait, what?
What the fuck?
Ooh.
It's back!
Jill, what happened? Jill, come in!
And no, he's no longer using a rocket launcher anymore.
Yeah, he's
Well.
mutated.
Yeah. So at this point, you have to start using like a grenade launcher on him.
Come on!
Or an elephant gun. Apparently.
But
Oh,
yep,
hello,
that's
spoilers.
that's just
Hey,
one of
guys.
several different boss fights you have to do against him.
Guess who just joined?
Oh, let's see.
Oh, his
Slinks.
cat.
Yep. Slinky wants to be part of the conversation as always.
Oh yeah.
Hello,
Oh, here.
Shepperton.
Oh, it should be there in 10 minutes. Awesome.
Hey, King.
Awesome.
Wait, you said a half hour, and it's already been 36 minutes, and now you're saying another 10 minutes. So you do run on Nick time. You say you don't.
Oh, look who's here! Look who
But we
did
have
join!
somebody else
Done.
here now.
Look who's in!
Oh,
Jill!
Jill.
You made it!
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Jill. We were just talking
Yeah.
about somebody named. We were just talking about someone named Jill.
I know. I kept hearing my name.
Yeah, but like apparently, yeah, like you're in this game. Nemesis is after you.
Right. And you have red hair. Well, not in the original you have red hair, but
I was about to say
They remake her.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Everybody's glad to see you again.
Everyone's so
Yeah,
happy
seriously.
right now.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously, it's just great to have you back, Jill.
Yeah, I haven't been on
so-
a live with you in a bit, man. Oh, wow. How about that?
Yeah. So I was just explaining to them that like Nemesis was the one thing that I was terrified of as a little kid, like because when the game came out in 1999, I saw footage of it and I was just like, oh my god, what is that thing? Like
Yeah.
seriously, and I didn't even know what it was until years later, and I'm like, oh, then, like I see it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's so this game's called Resident Evil 3 Nemesis because that's Nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, he left such a huge impact on fans of Resident Evil. Like he has a game named after him. Yeah, like
My pop filter
and
broke.
yeah, and yeah, like Nemesis was basically created. Like he's like one of the most powerful things I ever fought in video games because he's basically like created to be the equivalent of the U.S. Army. The whole thing.
Yeah, it takes down like an entire military, and he's just one individual.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like nearly unstoppable, which now that I think about it, they were the Marvel versus Capcom games where Nemesis is a playable character, and yeah, normally he's extremely hard to kill in the video games, but you can take him down in like these fight matches in Marvel versus Capcom. And when I was 7 years old, I never would have thought that Nemesis would star in other games where he's fighting against Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor. Yeah, I'm just saying.
That would be exciting.
Yeah, how would Iron? Yeah, like it's like imagine Iron Man being in this game. Like how would he ever stand a chance against Nemesis
Or the Hulk.
I think
or
the Hulk
yeah.
would be suitable, since I did bring him up a little while ago. But I think he'd be a suitable adversary. But it depends on which version of the Hulk, too, because there's multiple different versions, sizes, and stuff like that.
MCU Hulk. Yeah, but yeah, I do enjoy the Marvel vs. Capcom games, especially Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite because it has a story. You know, all the Marvel and Capcom characters are interacting with each other.
I remember the first one. It was in the arcade back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. That's how it started.
I remember that. Wow, that was a great game, too.
It is.
And I'd always play Wolverine and just kick everybody's ass.
Yeah. I would have loved to see what characters like Resident Evil characters, Chris, or also Devil May Cry, Dante, all those guys interacting with Deadpool.
That was a great game. The first one, the first one was awesome.
Yeah. Ant-Man and Hulk. So you're saying Ant-Man and Hulk would have a chance against Nemesis?
Can you imagine if the Hulk was wearing Ant-Man's stuff? Oh my lord. It'd either be a really tiny Hulk or a really huge.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
And yeah, when I played I actually did a live stream out of when I played the the remake. Here I actually have footage. I have a sample of it here. Yeah, so yeah, this was the first time I ever fought against Nemesis. Like, oh, here, you know what? Before we move on, let me just ask you, Jill. Yeah, have you ever seen footage of or played Resident Evil 3?
I just watched the clip that you had, but it looks
Oh,
familiar. Like I watch people play, like my son, and my ex-husband. They were playing a lot.
oh, hello.
Kate,
Hey, you made it.
Hi, Kate.
Hi. I
Glad to
can't
see
see
you.
myself. That's really weird.
Oh, we can see
Hmm.
Huh.
you.
We have to really want to see yourself. You have to will it into existence. Right now, you're not believing in yourself, and that's why you're not
that
seeing yourself.
Wait, let
that's
me try
to know
something.
yourself.
Okay,
There
I'm
it is.
gonna log out and log in. 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah,
I can't see
that's weird.
myself.
I was like,
Hmm.
it's like we could see her just fine.
She can't see.
No.
Huh.
Okay, well, let's just give it a sec. She'll log back on. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
how have you been, Jill?
You know what? Everyone's been sick. I recovered now. Other people are sick, but it's like everyone's taking turns getting the flu. So
Oh,
Oh
really?
Jesus.
yeah, so I've
Man.
been taking care of my son. So
She's back.
he's missing school.
Oh
So
my gosh, again. I can't see myself.
So
Can
let
you
me
see all of us?
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
then
I can see you.
I'm gonna
we see
restart my
you.
laptop. I'm gonna restart. Sorry
Okay.
guys.
Okay,
Okay,
reboot.
Sorry.
you're good.
Causing a
Well,
disruption.
oh no, I mean we can see you just fine on here,
Look,
Kate.
she's
I don't know
gone.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with her,
She
but
doesn't want to
yeah,
see it. She has to have the want to see herself in order to project that vision into the computer for her to see. But she's just denying herself right now is the problem. And,
I'm just wondering what the tech issue is that she can't view
oh,
herself,
it's
but she.
spiritual, actually.
I don't know, honestly. Although I did have that problem once too when we used to
Oh,
be StreamYard, but I don't know.
it's on a
oh, yeah,
laptop though.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's on a laptop.
yeah. That's what. Oh, that here. Robert's saying that's what I'm meaning. I am in suited Hulk. Get inside and grow. Oh, yeah. Somehow it's. I think it's a lot more difficult than that to take down Nemesis. Like you would in order to destroy him, you have to like destroy him completely until there's like nothing left of him.
Well, then
That's
Ant-Man
what.
would be perfect. He could shrink down really small, crawl up inside of him. I'm not going to say how, and then just expand.
Here are his
That'd be it.
nostrils.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with nostrils. That's not what I was thinking, but we'll go with it.
Yeah. Speaking of nostrils, like one thing I noticed in the remake, Nemesis, like unlike the original, has like a nose now that's like really crooked. Like here, let me look up an image here.
Voldemort.
Nemesis original versus remake.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at. Oh, perfect. Here, let me just open this up. Okay, not exactly the result I was expecting, but actually, no, this is terrible. Here, terrible quality. Here. Uh
She's back.
oh,
All right, let's hope this works.
all right. Let's see.
Oh,
Let me go back
Robert's
to it.
here too.
Guess who also joined? All right.
Can you
All
see
right.
yourself
Oh my
now?
gosh, I can't see myself. I have to
Listen,
think.
Well,
it's a
we can see
spiritual
you.
problem that you're
We can
having
see
You're
right
you.
right
now.
there. You're right there.
You're here with us.
But it's so weird that I can't. Okay, I have to send you
I
a
don't know.
picture.
I have like literally no explanation to
It
why that is
literally
possible.
is a spiritual problem down into
That's
your
it.
core.
Yeah,
You
it
have to
must
believe
be.
in yourself and you have to want to project your image to your own eyeballs.
I
Okay, so
do
I have to
believe
show
in
you
Kate. I
guys.
do. I do. I do believe in Kate. I do. I
Yeah.
do.
I was just going to say, everybody's clapping.
Hey, I got it. Like before you come into the studio, because they have that little login part. Like, do you see yourself before you come into the studio?
Yeah,
Then
That's so weird.
and I
Yeah,
can
Kate
see
yours.
myself at like backstage. I
on
can
the
see
bottom.
myself backstage, but I can't see myself on
We,
the screen.
Here, we can
That's
see you
a
just
Now
fine
what?
on here.
Yeah.
that's a rather interesting screenshot.
Mm.
Me and Robert both have our eyes closed, and I'm on top of him.
But that's what I see. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
that's
we can
odd.
see you
Oh,
perfectly
well.
fine.
Okay, it's fine. I don't need to see myself. It's fine.
Okay.
You can always,
So,
look back later.
Whoa!
It will
What
be
happened to my
going to
camera?
pop on the video.
I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh well. Well, anyway, so yeah, like as I've explained to you guys, like Nemesis was the only video game character I was ever afraid of as a kid, and it was not for years until I finally like decided, you know what, I'm gonna face this guy. I gotta play this game, but he still terrified me in this. But he was like hard
Yeah.
to fight off. But I decided, you know what, I gotta face him. I gotta I gotta take him down. Take it down.
You know,
I gotta take
yeah.
down any.
Mm.
Yeah, I got to take down like any zombie, any monster that's willing that even tries to take on the Don.
Mm-hmm.
The Don.
The Dawn.
That's
Dawn
right.
But
for you.
and
They call
so
me
I
the
managed to beat
Don.
this, and after a while I managed to beat this game, and also I wish I could live stream this game. I really wish I could, but the PS5 doesn't take PS1
No,
discs.
that is
Nope.
the biggest gripe that I have with PlayStations is that like each console is not backwards compatible. You should be able to play PlayStation 1s in every PlayStation. There's no they're all CDs or
Yeah, that
whatever,
would be cool.
Yeah,
It's
but yeah, the remake, I actually have been able to live stream. I did a live stream of it almost 2 years ago when fans requested it after I played the Resident Evil 4 remake. Here is when I first encountered Nemesis in that game. Here was let's enjoy my reaction. Here, right here.
Are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you
I
gotta
don't
get
think
out
so.
of there.
What are you talking about?
I
Brad.
don't have
Brad?
time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my.
Whoa!
I want to
the
know
hell?
what she was going to say. Let me grab my what?
Oh god! Oh god! Is it him? Oh Jesus! Oh! That had to have broken some ribs. Yet she's still fighting. Oh, okay, yeah. Go for the head, even though it'll do nothing to him. Oh god. Oh, seriously, this thing's like the Terminator of all the Resident Evil creatures.
That's live.
What the hell is that thing?
That is the thing you gotta run the hell away from. Oh, it just... Did it just throw a piece of drywall at me? Oh my god.
Yeah, I was legitimately terrified.
Oh yeah,
playing this.
pineapples on pizza?
So
Interesting
drywall.
taste. I personally haven't tried that, but I will. I'll give it a chance. Oh god, yeah, no, run. Jill, get the hell out of there. Like the Pink Floyd song, run like hell. Oh god.
Run all day.
Okay,
run
deep breaths.
all night.
Oh god, oh! Okay, when do... Oh, Jesus.
What does cheese
When do I
have
take
to do?
control over here? Oh. Oh.
Yeah, that's that was when I first played that remake.
I mean, I'm sure there's a way. There are emulators that you can download on your computer for the PS1 if your computer's able to handle it, which most should be at this point. And you probably could
I'm
stream
sure.
it from your computer and play the original.
Yeah, I want to try that. I want to because I'm trying to like see what kind of capture software I could use,
Yeah.
like because not only that, I
Or you
also
can
need
use
to find a
this.
way to link it. I got to find a way to use it to link it to my YouTube.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you could use this. You know what I mean? You could use EV Mux and just have it as another screen.
I've done it. I used to do that actually.
And
with,
you can embed your camera on top of the full screen game in here somehow. Same as you do for your YouTube.
I was gonna say I used to do that with StreamYard, although I did mine a little bit differently. I had that special. I had OBS Studio also, which is I had that effect where you're playing the game on like whether it's your place PS5 or even a game on your computer, and you could have the game play behind you on your green screen. So I've done that myself a few
You
times.
could do it that way, or you could do it the same way he does, where it's just got like a little cam picture that's on top of the full screen video. And I think you can do that here in EV Mux. I
Yeah,
think that's one of
I
the
do have camera.
options. Yeah.
Hmm. I'll have to look into that. Yes. Because not only that, I'm also wanting to like find a way to live stream Switch games. Because people want to be playing Luigi's Mansion 3, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Also, people have been asking us to play Mario Party or Super Smash Brothers. Do that on live stream, like Nick, Kate, us playing Mario Party.
Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
would be
no, that
really
one time when
fun.
we had Kato.
However, I
That
don't
was
have
fun.
a Switch or anything really. I don't have a console at all, so I just have this.
Mm.
But there is the equivalent of Super Smash Brothers on Steam, the multiverse.
Hmm.
Like when you play multiple players like that, you can play individual games, and you can pick characters from that. And there's all kinds of characters there from like Warner Brothers, this, that, and everything.
Is that what Joe got addicted to?
For a little while, yeah. Yeah, before he started playing Craftopia.
Hmm.
Craftopia.
I'll be right back.
But so yeah, and of course there are like several different puzzles that you have to complete in this game because that's what I always loved about Resident Evil is that it's not just about you don't just kill monsters and zombies and whatever. There's it's like there's that, but also it really puts your mind to the test. You have to come up with certain solve certain puzzles to actually move forward in the game, like finding the right keys to certain doors or let's see.
Puzzles and stuff. Yeah. What fountains to move what way and heads to move up or down, left or right. Yep.
Yep.
I wonder
All
which
that kind of thing.
game first started that because I remember that in Tomb Raider and Uncharted. I wonder who started all of like the problem
I
solving
think
games.
I think that might have been Myst.
Mm,
MYSC.
okay.
So that's the puzzle game, and that came out rather early. I'm not saying it is that, but that was one of the first ones I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the God of War franchise, another franchise I absolutely love. God of War
Yeah.
has all kinds of puzzle solving as well.
Yeah. I just remember on the PS1, like I remember Tomb Raider having it, but I don't remember any other early game really having it.
Airbags,
Right.
rudderless.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. I remember like the first like puzzle solving game I played was like in the Spyro games. I mean that had pretty
Yeah.
easy
Oh
because
yeah,
obviously
Spyro.
obviously that was easier because that was marketed to kids. Yeah, but
Kids. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
but yeah, there was the puzzle solving aspect of that. I had, oh man, I get such nostalgia thinking about it,
Yeah, good old Spyro.
and I still have my physical copies of that
Hey,
as well.
Lois is in
After
the
all this,
chat.
Mm.
Hey,
after all
Lois.
this time. Hey,
Oh,
Yeah.
hi,
Lois.
Lewis. Oh my gosh,
He's
it's like
right there.
half
Oh,
past
you're here.
3 in the morning.
I was going to say it's got to be like 3 o'clock in the morning out in Scotland.
I
Scotland.
love.
424.
Oh, she says she loves Spyro as well. Yes, I've loved Spyro ever since I was 6 years old, first playing it on the PlayStation. Yeah, that and Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot was my first video game. Well, more specifically, Crash Bandicoot Warped. Yeah, that was the very first one for me.
My
Wow, you
first
say you
one was Sonic the Hedgehog, the original,
Ooh,
on the
there you go.
Sega Mega Drive. I loved it.
Yeah,
Sega Mega Drive.
yes, Oh, the Sega, yes.
What the hell was that? What happened to the Master System and the Genesis and
Oh, well, after the Dreamcast, Sega decided to stop making consoles.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Unfortunately.
I played Sonic on the Genesis, on the Sega Genesis.
Wow.
I mean, you
Yeah,
guys make
I
me
think my
feel
cousin.
old sometimes. I'm so glad I'm not the oldest person here right now.
Yeah, I think my cousin Mickey had. Yeah, I think my cousin Mickey had a Sega Genesis. Yeah,
Oh,
because
nice.
I remember he had. I mean, Mickey, he's older than me. He's about. Yeah, he was an '80s kid, so yeah, he had he loved Nintendo. He loves like Sega. I remember him. I think if I remember correctly, when I was at his place, and this was like ages ago, back when I was little, I think I recall him having a copy of Jurassic Park
Oh yeah,
on
that was
Sega.
yeah, I had it too. Yeah. So Tom, the Genesis, is that with the discs? Because I had the
No, they were
cartridges.
cartridges.
Oh, they were cartridges. Okay,
Yeah,
Cartridges.
so
the
it must
Sega
have been the
Genesis.
same sort of
I think that
console.
was well, the Sega Master System I think was first, and then they came out with the Sega Genesis.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
oh, wait a minute.
And
The
the other
Genesis actually.
side,
Well, wait a minute. The Genesis actually did have an add-on to it, the Sega CD,
Yeah,
where
it
it
Yeah, I
did.
actually did
remember
It
the
have.
did.
CD.
Yeah, that was when
Oh,
they were transitioning, um,
Yes,
so
they
that
were trying to
you
expand
wouldn't
the.
have to buy the next Sega system, or
yeah.
which would be the Dreamcast, I guess. You
Yeah,
wouldn't have had
they
to
were
buy
trying to
that.
expand the life. Yeah, they were trying to expand the Genesis's lifespan.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, the Sega Genesis was a popular. That was the equivalent to the Super Nintendo. So the Master System was equivalent to the NES. The
It was,
Genesis was equivalent to the SNES, and then after that, what they moved on to the 64, right, for Nintendo.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
right.
And that was still cartridges at the time.
Yeah. I
Right.
never had Nintendo. I was
Never
Sega
had
and then
Nintendo.
PlayStation.
I had my NES. My NES was my best friend. My Super NES was my super best
Wow,
friend.
that's kind of a
I mean,
shock.
I couldn't tell you how many hours I logged into Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past on that
Wow.
because that's what came with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my first Nintendo was the Nintendo 64 because that's when I was started playing games when I was little. I was 6 years old, and that was one of the that was one of the popular consoles at the time. That and the PlayStation.
Yeah.
No lie, my son started playing games at 2 years old.
What?
I
Oh,
was 3. I was 3 when I
My
played
son too.
His
yeah.
mom had her old NES system, and he started playing on that, and then he graduated to the SNES.
Hmm.
Oh
There you
wow.
go.
Yep,
That's
I
a
Yeah.
still have
64
my.
cartridge.
Yep. This is an N64 cartridge with Resident Evil 2. Here's the thing. You know how when in like with the Super Nintendo and the or Nintendo Entertainment System, they had like labels at the top of the cartridges?
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't on the N64. I
Yep.
had to write down
Oh
like my
wow.
own because I have several like games for the N64 and like they're like lined up, like this.
yeah.
I had to like look at the top
Mm,
in order to read what the game is. Why couldn't they just have labels at the top as well?
yeah, that's weird.
Stephanie's soon-to-be brother-in-law. Um, he and her sister, they live together. Her sister's thing in the house is horror. His thing
Mm.
is all things video game related, like old school video. They have coasters
Hmm.
that are like this big that are in the shape of NES cartridges. I picked one up and I was like, because that's what you had to do to get it to work.
Well, yeah, I actually looked up, and this was like years ago. I was watching this YouTuber that a buddy of mine in college introduced me to, the Angry Video Game Nerd. He was like doing an
Oh
episode that
yeah,
covered,
he's awesome.
yeah, yeah, he was doing an episode that covered like glitches on the
He's done
Nintendo Entertainment
multiple.
System, and he showed like how to clean them out. You just take a Q-tip, put just a dab, a little bit of Windex on the tip, and then just clean out the games like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But back then,
Apparently, that's
we all somebody tried it and it worked and it caught on and we all just blew the cartridges. That
yeah,
was-
yeah, because inside
Yeah.
there is like the game card, like that actually goes like into the
Cool.
system, and, and I try to be careful, like if I were to like use that Q-tip trick, because I don't want like too much moisture to go into
yeah.
this, because moisture obviously
Yeah.
moisture can damage electronics. Yeah, so
No.
Yeah. Think of all the screen time we had as kids. Like they talk about it a lot now, but I'm thinking, wow, we had a lot of screen time when we were kids.
Well, I was
You get
grounded.
recorded on.
I was grounded a lot in my teenage years, and I had my SNES. So, yeah, I logged a lot of time into it.
We all know you were underage stringing, so I get it. We get it.
I'm not going to say I didn't do that.
oh my god. But yeah, there's been
I am
now
Irish,
that
after all.
yeah, so now that the remake of Resident Evil 3 has been out, people have been debating as to which version is better. Um,
Mm.
like in some ways, Resident Evil 3 remake did improve, but in other ways, no. Like I feel like the Nemesis was much more terrifying in the original game, and you see him much more frequently. And also,
Really?
the original game is, longer than
They
the remake
only
is. Like the remake,
improved on the
like it's less.
aesthetics, though, right? Like just the visual. They didn't change
Oh,
anything, right?
oh yeah, they improved on visuals, yes, but the design was of him was kind of different. Like in the remake, he has a nose that's like
Right.
crooked, and
But I
let's
mean,
see,
like
his
the
teeth.
actual like guts of the game, like they're all the same. It's just they
Oh,
changed it visually.
visually.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, visual effects are much. They look more realistic in the
Right.
remake. And yeah, obviously. But let's see, like, and I pointed out that one ridiculous moment where Jill is carrying that giant rail gun on her own, and when she fires it, the concrete shatters around her, and I'm just like, so the recoil is power enough to shatter concrete, but not her.
And yes, Willow, Nick did mention your gaming friend, and I
Yeah,
thought it was your other.
I
I
was
thought it was your other gaming
yeah,
friend. That
we got yeah, Lois. I mentioned about that earlier. We got a new. I told you before. We got our new gaming friend
yeah.
Brian, who's going to be broadcasting on my new networks.
I thought it was your other friend that does the YouTube gaming that I subscribe to, that you told me to go to and subscribe to, and I've talked to him in his chat too, by the way. So
Which game? I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember who that.
I started looking it up. It's I don't know, Weird Skynet, WeirSkynet gaming.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh.
he's a good guy. I talked to him for a little bit. He's cool.
All right.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Oh, and one thing I wanted to address, I feel like the intro of the original game is definitely better than the remake. Because yeah, Nick, you saw like what it was like in the remake, how it wasn't really showing the intro like clip didn't show any zombies. It just looked more like rioting than a zombie apocalypse
Oh,
It
in
was
the
yeah.
remake.
peaceful
But
riots.
yeah, but in the original, let me give you guys. Let me. I actually do have the intro. Like I finally found a 4K quality version of it. So
All
yeah,
right.
here's what the original, the intro for the original game on the PlayStation looked like. Hold on. Here, it's been improved.
This is Chopper Delta, preparing to drop off at area E95070. Over.
What are they?
Waiting orders. Over. All units proceed to Richmond and Victoria. All right.
Let's do it. Let's move. Go, 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 go.
Red team, go!
Fire! Come and get it. Son of a...
Not a single one of them aims for the head.
No, really.
Which is what we're all taught about zombies.
Romero.
Kill the brain, kill the body. Actually, we do not want more. Actually, sorry, we had enough. We don't want more. No.
Actually makes me wonder
What is it?
So
Hey, Tom.
yeah,
What
so
is it?
Hey,
now
Tom.
that
Order else.
now that is how you.
It.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause he has to do what he's got to do. You know.
Anyway, now that is how you start off a Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, why was it back then that the voice actors were so bad and so cheesy?
Well, I mean, voice acting I mean, in the '90s, voice acting was like a new thing in video games. So it
Yeah,
was there was not really that much of a high
the
quality
bar was
standard at
low.
the time. Yeah, like, I mean, obviously today it's taken a lot more seriously. Like I've
Yeah,
discussed how a lot of newer games have like some of the best voice acting I've heard. Like The Last of Us has amazing,
yeah,
phenomenal voice acting.
Well,
I
like I
love,
said,
yeah, God,
they take it more seriously now than they used to. They didn't think video games were going to take off the way that they have, like because that was before online gaming really. I mean, they had some moderate networks that you could join on different. I don't think during the PS1 era though. I think that was more during the PS2, PS3 era, where you could hook up to the internet and you could play games with people and stuff like that online. So they just weren't taking things as seriously. So they didn't have the best talent, and even the people that they had, even if they had good talent, they weren't exuberating their talent. They were just like, it was a job, it was money, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I guess they didn't really know. Like, I don't know. It just always sounds so awkward when you hear like the voices. Then it's like, oh no,
Yeah,
what happened?
like, well,
Yeah.
I will say this the
What
voice
are
acting in
they?
this is I will say this, the voice acting in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis is genuinely like a genuine improvement over the original. Like you think back
Okay.
to how the original on the PS1 was, yeah,
It's a
looks like
bit
we got to
cringe.
the root of the problem.
It's so
Yeah,
cringe.
yeah. That was
we
too
have gotten
close.
to the root.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, it's like
It's like
that was too close.
Christopher Walken.
You were almost a
We've
Jill
gotten to the
sandwich.
root.
Oh my god!
I need
And
more.
I will say this though. As far as online access, the very first console that I did get online access was like the PS3. Like I just plugged in like a modem and it had like or like not modem. It's like what was it like?
It
Yeah,
was
but
it was
yeah,
a
connected
network.
Wi-Fi to it. Yeah,
The
connected a
Ethernet,
network to it, and
Ethernet.
It was an
yeah, Ethernet. What Ethernet, whatever.
Ethernet.
I attached that to it, and I was like, oh my god, my PlayStation is basically turning my TV into a computer. I was amazed by how I was able to log into the internet, do Google searches, and do all this. I'm just like, wow, is it? It was like,
Yeah.
is it possible for video game consoles to get any better than this? And now I have the PS5, which is the most powerful console I've ever owned, and it's like my mind is blown by how many new features and how many new functions it has over any other console I've ever had.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
mind blowing, really, and in such a short space of time as well.
Yeah,
Oh
really.
yes.
Really, yeah,
Yeah. And you know,
It's
like
a
for
bit,
years
it's a
people have
pity when it's a pity though when the PlayStation Network goes down and no one can play anything at all for 24 plus hours.
yeah.
yeah,
That recently happened and everybody lost their minds.
yeah,
Yeah. And
Get
you know, like
outside, breathe the air. Come on.
exactly.
Come on,
Exactly. Yeah.
There's a whole world out there.
Yeah. To
What?
be perfectly honest with you, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't lose my mind when the PlayStation Network went down last month. You know, because I was hanging out with cousins way back then, and like we were just about to watch the game and all that. I was hanging out, and I was like, oh, okay, PlayStation Network is down. Okay, I mean, I'm not using it right now, so you know, it's like. I wasn't freaked out because it's like there's far more to life that I care about than a video game network going down. You know, I mean,
What game were you
I'm
watching?
yeah, exactly.
No, I'm asking. You said you were just about to sit down with your cousins and watch a game. Were you watching the Super Bowl?
Mhm.
No, this was
Because
I think it was
I'm just saying the Super Bowl was won by a team that has colors that are very similar to this.
of course you would bring that up, Tom.
Wearing. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
Yeah, he's just saying.
Was it the
yeah,
Chiefs?
Oh God, no!
No,
Andy
I'm
Reid
joking.
sucks ass. He stopped eating cheesesteaks when he left here. He said, "That's it. I'm getting off cheesesteak." I swear to God, I saw him during the Super Bowl, like about halfway through. I swear to God, when I read his lips, he said, "I need a fucking cheesesteak." I swear to God, I saw it. It was plain as day to me. I was like, "Oh my God!" Nobody believed me, but
yeah.
that's sorry.
So, like,
Philadelphia
for
Pride.
years, so yeah, I wanted to say this. For years, people have been asking me like, why would you be terrified of a video game? Because you've been watching like horror movies for just about all your life. It's like, well, like here, let me just explain this to you. Well, whenever you watch a horror film, it's like you're watching like you're watching like a story, you're watching like all these characters, like like you're it's like sure you're kept in suspense, figure like it's like oh my god, what is about to happen? Who's going to survive this? But in video games, you have control over the main character. You feel like much more immersed. You're controlling their
Yeah,
actions. You're controlling like what you're supposed to do, which monsters, what zombies you like you got to like take them down, get them before they get you You know, like it's a completely different kind of. It's a very different kind of immersion as opposed to watching horror films.
Can I just say, one of the most terrifying things that I experienced first with video games was Sonic 2, when you're underwater and you have that countdown. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And it's like three, 2, 1. It's like, no, I'm gonna die, because like you have to get to the surface to breathe, or like bubbles and stuff.
Right.
And honestly, as soon as that came on, I just used to throw the controller and like run to the next room. It's like I couldn't cope with the stress.
Such a gamer you are.
Yeah, Kate, you bring up that's one of the questions I wanted to ask everybody here. So with my answer to this question, let me just ask you guys, what was the first, like the most terrifying thing you ever encountered in a video game? Because to me, it was always Nemesis.
Well, I would definitely have to go with Nemesis on my part.
Yeah, not for me.
Oh, okay. What was it before I showed you that?
Oh, before that.
Yeah, what has always been like the first
Warden.
thing that like the first thing that left you like the first thing in video games? Okay, what was the first? Let me rephrase that. Okay, what was the first thing in video games that left you absolutely terrified?
So for me, it was Sonic 2, and I was 3, okay? But it's still quite scary. But yeah, I was 3.
Well, Thomas didn't answer. He was scared of the warden for Minecraft.
Well, no, that was for you, Nick.
And he was 50.
I think the first time, man, it might have been Bowser for me. Like the first time in the first Super Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah, he was
That would be the
creepy.
first time that I was like tensed and like, oh my god.
What? Anybody else?
Well,
Mine is Resident Evil. I had nightmares. Just
which one?
yeah, Nemesis.
Oh,
The
Nemesis.
dogs. The
The
dogs
Cerberus.
in number one
Oh,
of
the Doberman.
Yeah.
Coming through that window.
The dog.
Yeah, they have that. Yep, they have that in all three of the original games, and it's always the Doberman because apparently Raccoon City doesn't have any other breed of dog.
I think as far as games, well, as far as anything that terrified me before Resident Evil, I think I have an easy answer for that one, Don. Bees!
Of course. But I will say this though, it's once you like once like I actually defeated like a Nemesis, like once you actually played the game, once I played like the remake and like finally beat the game and took Nemesis down in that boss fight, like you feel like such satisfaction that you've actually conquered your childhood fear. And I want to show you guys like what my reaction was when I killed him. Here, let me just go ahead and rewind. I want to make sure I didn't go too far. Okay, so here's like I unlocked the one way I knew that he was dead for sure because I didn't know if I actually killed him for real because he was like almost impossible to stop. But what confirmed it was when there's like this trophy that was displayed in the top corner when you achieve something in a game, you get a trophy or achievement, whatever. It said Nemesis down exclamation points, so saying that it's confirming that he was dead. Here, let me go ahead and show you guys what my response was when I finally destroyed my childhood fear. Okay, let me just make sure that this.
How long ago was this recorded, Don?
Almost 2 years ago.
Come on! Next time, take the fucking hit!
That did it. It's dead. It's dead.
Good riddance.
Oh, it says Nemesis down. No question marks. It's down completely. After almost 25 years, I finally got you, you bastard.
I finally got you, you bastard.
Finally got him for killing Kenny.
I finally got him for scaring the hell out of me when I was 7.
It looked like you were at peace.
Yeah. It was yeah, in my gaming history that was a proud moment.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah, because I was terrified of him as he was chasing me through this game. Like, there were moments where you had to, like, Nick, you were there to see this when I played it for you a few days ago, where you're trying to, like, navigate and trying to pick up, like, items to, like, move forward. And Nemesis bursts through another wall. He busts through more walls than Kool-Aid Man. And he chases you. And he's like, there's a part where he, like, jumps out of nowhere right in front of you. I'm like, that's so freaking cheap. And the pounding footsteps as he's charging at you is just
Footsteps is what got me. That's what, just knowing how fast and how close he gets to you. Like, holy cow.
yeah. And then later on, and later on in the game, he whips out a flamethrower and chases you into a building, burning his way towards you. He will burn that whole building down if it means killing you. He does not care.
He whips it out.
Oh yeah.
His big guns.
I make myself.
Yeah. It was a bit gross though when he did go.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that's the thing. Well, like, it's like once you conquer that fear, like whenever you like, if it's like like anything in general. I'm not talking about video games. I mean anything in general in life. You just feel that satisfaction. You know, it's like no longer afraid. Yeah. It's like this thing terrified me as a child, and I faced it as a man.
Like you got control back.
Yeah. You face it like a man. Come on. You put the cookie down and you fought him.
No. It's not Arnold time. That would be Tim Allen time when he says like a man. He's
So, yeah, I'm guessing for a lot of you, probably the most terrifying game you guys have ever played was like I heard some people are saying like a Resident Evil game, right?
I mean, Silent Hill was pretty scary too.
Yeah. Well, that scared me a lot actually.
Like the first one was pretty ominous. I mean, when you consider what we were used to in video games up until that point. And Resident Evil had already come out when Silent Hill came out, but Silent Hill was like more ominous, I think, than Resident Evil was. Resident Evil was more
like the dissolve into the other world.
Yeah,
when that happened in the game, it's like, what the heck is going
Silent
on here?
Hill is all based off of Centralia, which is here in PA. I could get to Centralia in like 3 hours, 2.5 hours.
Where did you film it, Tom? This is Tom's world.
That's the real life Silent Hill right there.
Yeah. I'm currently been live streaming the Silent Hill 2 remake, and it's scary as hell.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, I'm actually about to continue that tomorrow.
Like, because what was it in the first one when you would have like, maybe they did it in the second one too, where you'd have those little walkie-talkie radios, and they would start going staticky when one of them got near, and you would hear that, you'd be like, oh my god, where you at?
I haven't played Eternal Darkness, Braxton, but I hear good things about it. I hear it's actually terrifying.
Siren is terrifying. I played Siren. I only played like half an hour. I was like, no. Can't do this.
Games that still freak me out to this day. There's still 2 games that really, and you know, it's kind of funny. I played the first ones, but for whatever reason, the sequels to these games are. Hey, Josh, good to see you here.
Hey, Josh.
For whatever reason,
does he play?
Yeah, the sequels just seem far more frightening. Those are undoubtedly Outlast 2. Like, holy cow, not only was it scary as hell, it was also violent than the first one. And undoubtedly, again, the sequel I think was scarier. Bendy in the Ink Machine and its sequel, Bendy in the Dark Revival, which just had a more darker, rawer kind of feeling.
Roar.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I was playing the sequel, I played it like a year or 2 ago. My shoulders were just killing me. I mean, I was like, "This so much."
I wish I would have taken a screen capture right there.
Nice.
I wish I would have taken a screen capture right there when Nick was going like this. The heart behind him again looked like bunny ears. Look, that looked like bunny ears right there.
I think that was intentional. He just wanted bunny ears.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got the screenshot. I'll send that to you later.
I have a question.
Oh, yes.
Has anyone played the Resident Evil game on the VR?
I have not. I'm interested though. I'm especially interested in playing it on like the Resident Evil 4 remake in VR mode because I'm
Yeah.
looking for that headset for the PS5, but they always sell it out so quick and
Yeah.
I've been wanting to try that.
So I tried it.
My computer can handle the VR, but as you can see, I don't have much room. This is as far as I get. I don't have a whole lot of room to be swinging my arms around. And
So I tried it, and I can confirm that it is absolutely terrifying.
Oh
It is
yeah.
so terrifying because you really feel like you're there,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yes, like you feel like much more immersed.
Yeah, and the characters are just
Oh man.
so much more realistic and creepier because there's a lot of jump scares in it. So you're kind of in the beginning, you're like tied to this chair and you're like looking around, and like this person starts creeping in the door and you can't move. You just have to stay there while this person comes right up to your face, and then you're like, oh no. And then there's like lots of jump scares and things, and you have to try and escape out of the chair, and you have to try and cut the rope off and stuff. And yeah, it was way too stressful for me. Way too stressful, but it's really good. Really, really good. Yeah. I'd
Kate,
love
did you
to
throw
watch you
the
guys
goggles
play
off?
it. Well, they were kind of really stuck to my head. So because they're so tight. So I was just like, no, get it off. I've had enough.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, it's good. I highly recommend if you guys get the chance, give it a go.
for sure. Oh, here. Yeah, I actually do know of that game. Land of the Dead: Road to Fiddler's Green. Yes, they did that to promote the George Romero film. Yeah, it was on the Xbox, and it looked like it could have been pretty good. The trailer made it look terrifying. It looked scary as hell.
Mm.
Yeah, and what I love about Land of the Dead, it has Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Like, obviously a nod to.
you got red on you.
Yeah, obviously it was a nod to Shaun of the Dead. It was like a cameo. They played zombies.
I love those guys. Fellow Brits.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like, Kate, there was that scene in Land of the Dead where they were being used for like a take your photo with zombies. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like a woman screaming, and then it's like it makes you think she's in danger, right? But then it cuts to this wider shot where she's having her picture taken with Simon Pegg, Nick Frost as zombies in the background. I thought that was crazy.
You got red on you.
Red. What do you keep saying? You got red on you.
Did you never see Shaun of the Dead?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
one of the lines.
They say it like
Whoa,
1,500 times.
Yeah, how do you not know that, Nick?
Times since I've seen that movie.
They say it so many times in the movie.
Yeah, I know. I forgot about that line.
I love
Wow.
Dawn of the Dead. It's so good.
Yeah.
No, that was a great movie.
Let's
And
go to the Winchester.
that movie where they went around to the different pubs where it was Simon Pegg and the other guy. Like that was a great movie too because it ended up with aliens.
Was it Hot Fuzz?
Hot Fuzz, and then there was that. There was like a trilogy they did.
Paul?
An alien one.
Yeah, the Paul.
That's it.
Paul,
Yeah.
And Nick Frost, so you can know. It's just Tom, you say you couldn't remember. It was Nick Frost.
Nick Frost, yeah, I did mention Nick Frost, yeah. But I got to get like a Blu-ray of this because these DVDs don't display. It displays very grainy on my 4K TV. I'm pretty sure they were. I seriously, I'm pretty sure that 4K TVs were designed to purposely not display DVDs in clear quality, just so that we would have to buy Blu-rays and 4K discs.
Maybe.
They're trying to completely phase out DVDs now.
Yeah. Just like the video.
VHS, yeah. And the laser disc. Let's not forget the laser disc.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What happened to the laser disc?
To be honest, I never known anybody that had a laser disc system.
I
I
did.
bet Tom did. Yeah, I thought so.
I was gonna say.
Like that, I knew people that had those. I think they were the laser discs that were like that wide, and it would look like an album basically that you put into this big machine.
Right.
It was a giant record.
That was like state of the art back then, back in the late '80s, man.
And let's see.
What laser disc for you?
Oh yeah, one
Wasn't
thing
a
I
lazy disc.
Oh yeah, one thing I did want to mention there's not only a Nemesis in this game. There's like another like a secondary villain, Nikolai, who was like a teammate of Carlos, who turned out to be a traitor. He was basically doing the same thing that Wesker did in the first Resident Evil. Collecting the battle data on the BOWs, on the zombies. And well, mainly on Nemesis.
That
So
sounds like Nick Mule's alternative life.
Nikolai Volkov.
but yeah, Nikolai, you had like two options to deal with him. Like you have the option of taking him down while he's in the chopper, but it makes you think, oh, now the chopper is gone, we can't get out of the city. But
All the references in one, like
Get to
what?
the chopper. I can't. It's gone.
It's Nick's alternate life, another dimension.
It's gone. I
but
can't do it.
yeah, but when I watched Resident Evil Apocalypse after playing Resident Evil 3, I was I was actually surprised in how different the character Nikolai is in the movie Resident Evil Apocalypse. And but I think it's pretty crazy though is he's played by Zach Ward, who is mainly known for playing Scott Farkas and who was mainly known for playing Scott Farkas in The Christmas Story.
Yeah. He played a lot of different roles over time.
Yeah, he follows me on Twitter.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I would love to interview him. That would be great.
Yeah,
You should try and get him on the show, Darn.
maybe if he's interested, I'll see if I can get a hold of him.
Yeah.
No, he's leaving the chat, guys.
Oh, bye,
Tom,
Jay.
But
Take care.
see ya, Jill. It was so nice having you back.
Hey, Don, now you could say you know someone who's got him. Tom, it's Nicholas. He still has lazy.
No, Joe's leaving.
Thanks, Braxton.
No, not Jill.
Joe. Oh,
Jay.
I thought you said Jill. Okay, I
Joe.
misheard you. I'm sorry. Well, it was great having you on. Yeah.
Tom's got Laserdisc too. Check that out.
Bye, Jill.
Yep. So, and of
I'm
course,
still here.
yes,
He has 8 tracks.
and of course, yes, I have it too.
Oh, what's the name of the child actor? What's his name?
The child actor,
Yeah, the one with the glasses.
one with the glasses.
That's like Richie Rich.
Yeah, I didn't really research him. I didn't really do much research on him. Let's see.
Wait. How do you not research?
Peter Billingsley.
Yeah, Peter Billingsley.
Yeah,
He was in Elf as one of the elves.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, and he was like a producer or a director or something of that. And he was in a couple things over time, but obviously he did the sequel to A Christmas Story, the real sequel, not the sucky sequel.
Yeah, forget that one. No. It's changing subject. Yeah, forget that.
But the real sequel that they did just a couple of years ago. Yeah. That was a good movie, even though the woman that played his mom was not the woman that played his mom.
Yeah, they had to change.
Yeah, she was going through health issues, and I think she has since passed.
She has. She's dead.
Yeah.
And Braxton, yes, Nikolai was a supporting hero in Resident Evil Apocalypse. Yeah, but yeah, again, I was not a fan of the live action movies. It feels like fan fiction, and it just doesn't really feel all too faithful to the game franchise. But they did do a good job at designing Nemesis in Resident Evil Apocalypse. I will give it that. But one thing I forgot to mention. What's another thing another reason why I believe the original was a little bit better than the remake, because it was when the scene where Jill and Carlos finally got out of Raccoon City just moments before it was destroyed by a missile. Yeah, that's right. The government nuked all of Raccoon City to destroy all the zombies, all the BOWs, and also Nemesis itself. If that shot to the head didn't kill Nemesis. So, but if that didn't die, if the Nemesis didn't die from that, it definitely died from that nuclear blast. I'll show you guys that clip right here just to give you an idea.
Did it work?
Yes.
Or is he like Godzilla and just absorbs it?
Actually got to the chopper.
It's not up.
And look, it's Barry from the first game.
You don't see it.
You're not showing it here.
Oh, it's not. Oh, here. All right, this damn thing. Yeah, and also another surprise: the person that's piloting the chopper here is Barry from the first game.
Thanks, you saved us.
I couldn't let you die.
Is it you?
Are you ready to finish this?
I couldn't let you die.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's the end.
This is the end. My only friend. Yeah.
This is a town that never ends.
Okay.
It goes on and on, my friend.
Some people are singing it. I know. They'll
I
continue.
don't think the helicopter would have
That's it.
Probably not.
survived.
Helicopter, helicopter.
Oh, helicopter, helicopter.
Yep, that's how it ends.
Well, I thought that was your Morty impression for a second.
I was gonna say,
Whoa!
Yeah.
you know what, Morty, this
You know what?
is my world. Just
Listen,
sort of-
you know, I listened to you try to do an impression of me time and time again, and you know, I just got to tell you, you sucked at it. You know, I mean, I got to tell you right now. I mean, you might have Morty down, but you'll never get me. I mean, I'm just saying, right? You know.
Sorry.
Oh man.
I was on a
Hey,
tangent.
that's how he always talks, though. You know that.
Yeah, and also as far as like the timeline, as far as Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, Resident Evil 3 is the last one to have like fixed camera angles where you're like play that you play at through the entire game. And in Resident Evil 4, it switches to a third person view, which just one of the many interesting like that's like really blew the minds of like fans. It's like, oh, okay, so like they're doing this in a different way. Okay, it had much better action. Like Resident Evil 4 is arguably the best of the franchise, and they took it to a whole new level. Like multiplied everything great about it by 10 in the remake. Like seriously, Resident Evil 4 remake is one of the best remakes I've ever played in my life.
Wow.
And it is the first video game that I did a live stream series out of.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it was the newest game at the time, so I figured why not start with that? And yeah, people have been asking me for a while to go back to it to play like a new game plus mode. Like continue upgrading the weapons that I currently have.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it's like, man, like my tolerance for it's. I'm just thinking back to when I was a little kid. It's like I see all these zombies, like all this stuff, and I thought they were so cool. But then Nemesis was the only thing that terrified me. And Resident Evil 3, playing that remake as an adult, like conquered that fear. And then went on to play the original version and beat the original version. Yeah, finally facing and taking down Nemesis. Oh man, but yeah, that's I guess that's going to be it for this edition of the FearFans podcast. I will say next week. I don't think we're going to be able to do this next week because I'm going to be away in Florida, and I think, yep, I'm telling you, yeah, like me and
I thought we were going to do a birthday request for me because next week is the day after my birthday. What the hell?
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to because that day I'm going to be out at Disney World with my nieces and nephews.
Listen, we didn't do anything for my birthday. So why would we do anything?
I didn't even think of it at the time. I'm thinking, like I decided to do that, make that a thing. Like whenever somebody's having a birthday, we'll do a birthday request. And Tom, we'll do yours soon as like a belated birthday request.
All right.
Mine.
To make up for it. Yes, Jill, you as well.
Oh wow! I've got
Everybody.
3 February birthdays.
I think we could probably come up with at least what topic,
right?
Like what topic of movies we would do, or it might be a TV show.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, if you could be anything you guys want. It's up for a birthday request. Like, seriously, I should have thought of this sooner. Like, whenever somebody has a birthday, birthday request on here.
Oh, damn it. We're doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show. No, I'm kidding.
Actually, no. I think we all know what Tom wants. He wants to talk about this really scary YouTube series called "This Is Tom's World."
No.
He hasn't gotten into the bees yet.
There's this whole other series about this guy who like loses his hand and has to put a chainsaw on it.
Evil Dead. Yes, we'll make it happen.
Just as well as Lee Lava in that one.
Yeah. And hey, Tom, since you know the actresses in Evil Dead, maybe we can invite them on here.
I can definitely reach out to them. We will talk.
Yes.
I also want to try to
And,
get
like at the very least, I can definitely get. I think I can definitely get Betsy Baker, who was
It's
the
his
cutest
birthday.
of all the Deadites in the entire franchise. By the way,
Oh my God, that would be incredible if we could pull this off. Yeah, we'll definitely talk.
I also
Yeah.
want to try to get Rick McCallum on at some point. I've told you about it before now. He was the guy who was a stuntman in several horror films throughout the 80s. He's a frequent guest
Nice.
on these paranormal shows, so why not have him on Fear Fans as well? Because he can really talk about a lot. And I've interviewed him. I've
Yeah.
interviewed him
Hey,
myself.
I would love that, Nick.
He's a very good friend of mine.
So I'm going to try for my birthday in June to get Nicolas Cage.
that would be
I'm going to
great.
try. I'm going to send
know where
him an
this is going.
email.
You're just going to have him on just to say how much you don't like them.
Yeah.
Either that or
gonna
John
grill
Travolta
him.
and Travolta can do the Cage impersonation.
Kate, it
You-
will just be like, listen, all right, let's talk Ghost Rider because
Yeah.
oh my God, dude, what
I'm gonna try.
were
Okay,
you
I'm
thinking?
gonna reach out to his team and see what they say. You can try, right? You can try.
No harm in trying. I mean, well, hey, the worst thing that can happen is they can just say no. They
Yeah,
can't. I mean,
exactly. Yeah,
Or no, you got to pay this amount.
yeah,
Out of here.
yeah.
Pay my ass. We pay his salary with the fucking with the friggin' tickets we buy. Sorry.
yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
What about you, Jill? Who are you gonna have on for your birthday?
My birthday's passed, but I still want to be part of the birthday pick.
Yeah,
Hey,
that'd be
it's
awesome.
yes.
My birthday's passed too.
Yeah, like you've had a
Yeah.
birthday. So both you and Tom had a birthday recently, Jill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, we'll consider it a belated birthday request. You know, it could be any movie you want, any horror movie you want, any
Mine
horror
was
movie.
11 days ago.
Yeah.
I turned 50
Woohoo.
because I'm old now.
So yeah, Tom. Like, it could be. Yeah, we could. I mean, I believe we covered like Evil Dead, but we covered that like we just talked about the franchise overall. That was like that was an earlier episode of Fear Fans. But yeah, we could just talk about the first movie, like for
We
yeah.
could.
I mean, I wonder.
Or the second movie, which
I
is
mean, there's
actually
Ash versus Evil Dead too. Let's not forget.
What about the show?
The second movie is not bad
That's
either.
it.
Army of Darkness is
It's
very
not-
cool, and Ash versus the Evil Dead as
Well,
a whole was
well,
very
I'm thinking of like this, Tom. Like if you have if we invite the original cast members from or the original ladies from Evil Dead,
we gotta cover the original.
then we would have to
Well,
then we would have to focus. Then yeah, we would have to focus on the first film, the one that they were in.
And
Yep.
I did make a video intro for the show that Dom and I had them on for that I could send to you if you wanted to use it, cut it up or whatever. I added my own like audio to it and stuff like that. It was actually really cool. So yeah, I'll reach out to Betsy for sure. If I can get Betsy, I might be able to get Teresa Tilly.
Oh,
We're not gonna get the chick that played Ash's sister
oh,
in the movie because she doesn't do anything like that. So
I see.
yeah,
I see. Hey, her call. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I'll reach out to Betsy. Absolutely.
Okay. That's awesome. Great. Well, yeah, definitely keep me updated. Yeah, and we'll figure out what day we'll cover Evil Dead.
And maybe we can even get her to do the laugh that she did
Yeah,
tonight because
that
we
was
did it.
great. Oh,
we
yeah,
did it
that was
on our
awesome.
show because like I was supposed to ask that, but I was so starstruck talking to these two women that I forgot. And then Dom actually remembered, and he said, "Now, Betsy, can you still do that laugh?" And Teresa Tilly was like, "Can she do that laugh? Oh my god!" And then she did it, and I was just like,
Yeah, you were so. It was like you were so happy. You were like, you know what? It's the right time to say this. You were like a kid at a candy shop.
"Oh my god!" I was so happy.
Yeah. We would definitely like we could probably also tell them like our first experiences watching Evil Dead, and my experience my story will probably shock them. Like telling them that I first saw this when I was 10 years old, they'll probably be like, "What?"
They'll probably be like, yeah, you were probably a little too young to see that.
I actually saw Evil
was.
Dead 2 before I saw the original. Like I actually had to look for the original online
Yeah,
to
I
watch.
saw. I mean, I saw it when I was 10, like right after seeing Spider-Man in theaters, because that was 2002. Yeah, tell them how my sister just randomly picked out Evil Dead. She didn't know anything about horror, and then I snuck it, watched it myself, and I saw the end credits. I'm like, wait, Sam Raimi made this? The guy who just made that
Well,
awesome Spider-Man movie I just saw in theaters, he made this.
it would make sense because when you really think about it, I don't know if he's in every movie, but Bruce Campbell does make a couple appearances throughout the Spider-Man.
Well, and pretty much every movie that
Campbell, for the
Sam.
most part, if it's by Sam Raimi, there's a good likely chance you're going to see Bruce Campbell.
Well, if it's a Sam Raimi movie, the one thing you can always count on is seeing that car that Ash drove.
Yep, the car too.
Because that was actually Sam Raimi's car when he was younger, so he put it into like every movie.
Yep.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Well, we got plenty. So we got plenty to look forward to on the podcast. Yes.
Before we end things, I also wanted to show this to you guys real quick.
Yes. Yes. Please.
Can you full screen can you full screen my video, please, Don?
Oh, you got it.
You got
These
it.
just came in the mail today, and this is actually a new addition to my Scary Stories collection. And I got these art prints that just came. I got 2 of them.
Is it a pickle?
What's that?
Is it a pickle?
No, no, it's not a pickle. I wish.
No, something came in the mail today.
That'd be nice if there was like a Stephen Gamble drawing of a pickle, Rick. That would be awesome. Check this out. I got this one. Some of you guys might remember this from the books. Check this out.
Oh.
Whoa.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, he's usually seeing the chapters of the first Scary Stories book. So, but yeah, this came out. I'm going to be getting a couple more art prints later this week and next week. Now, here's the other one. And here, before I tell you, talk about, Don, how Nemesis scared you so much, more than anything from your childhood. Well, this is what scared me for the longest time, in which up until I was 17, despite I was into the paranormal and already into like horror
It's gonna be a picture of me.
No, I did not even want to buy these books because they were just so terrifying. And this is the very reason why. Check this out.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I made an order for another art print last night, but unfortunately, I accidentally ordered the same image. I can't cancel like you can with Amazon or eBay because I got it on a website called Redbubble. So what I'm hoping to do is when this copy arrives, I'm going to try to exchange one of the other drawings for this one. But these came out perfectly. These came out perfectly well. They're scary. They're terrifying. But you got to admit, even at the same time, the way these art prints were made, they're beautiful at the same time.
Yeah. Where are you going to hang them?
Well, I'm not necessarily going to hang them. I'm going to. I don't know if you guys saw from a few weeks ago. Don, you could take me out of full screen now.
Okay.
Nick Bunny ears.
I'm having the interest of wanting to start a vendor table. Paracons.
Nice.
And it's going to be based on my page, Scary Stories Presented in the Dark. And I like to present images like this, not to sell, obviously, just to advertise and pretty much preserve the original Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books, as well as the numerous homage books that have came out over the last number of years, as well as the movie, anything involving the original trilogy and what's been made afterwards. So these drawings are on some of those items.
You should frame it and put it on your table.
I was thinking about it,
Or laminate it and put it behind you.
I feel like I'm waiting on some of those scary stories to be released.
I know, Tom.
I feel like I might have recorded one like a year ago.
Yeah.
I've been working on it. I'm working on it.
Yeah, you could laminate it like this one. You can stick them up anywhere.
Look, it's Robert.
When I took these,
Pretty bird.
When you held it up, it matched perfectly to your body, so it looked like you were a bird. So I said it was Robert.
Well, here's the weird thing. When I took these out of the packaging, strangely enough, they didn't even come with like plastic sleeves on them. So if I don't get them framed, I'm gonna have to get some plastic sleeves. I do have a photo album book, but problem is, there's no way I could fit these in. These pictures are just way too big to put in. So I
So
just got.
there's
I'm gonna at the very least try to put I'm either gonna frame them or put plastic sleeves
so
on them.
there's no plastic sleeves. They have no protection. They're just raw
No, I
dogging
don't.
it.
I know where you're going with
God.
this.
They're just raw dogging it.
Ah,
Yeah,
Christ.
I think
But it's
you should put it in a you should put them in a photo album book and then write family tree in the beginning.
I actually just said that. I do have a
this is
photo
my Uncle
album.
Mortimer.
I do have a photo album book, but the problem is these are too big to fit them in.
Yeah.
Stop it, Mom.
I wish. I mean, I thought I thought these were going to be just like normal, like a normal piece of paper, but these are a little bit
Yeah.
larger than I expected. But either
You
way,
should get them framed,
yeah,
definitely.
I'm going to get them framed or get plastic sleeves, one of the two.
Yeah, you gotta have protection, man. I mean,
Oh my God.
Anyway,
I know.
Anyway,
I know
so
what Tom's going for.
anyway, so that's going to be it for this edition of the Fear Fans podcast. Yeah, I want to thank everybody who joined us on this. Yeah, it's seriously Tom, Jill, Kate, Robert, Nick. Like, yeah, this is something I've been looking forward to covering for a while now.
thank you, Don.
Yes,
This was
and
fun.
yeah, sorry that I don't think that we're going to be doing this next week because yeah, I'm going to be on vacation with family. You know, I'm probably going to be in doing like let's see, it's going to be 9:30 over in Florida at the time when we do the podcast. But yeah, I'm probably going to be still in Disney World with the family by then.
well, I can't imagine what it's like to have the podcast start at 9:30.
Yeah.
That would be really weird.
Yeah, I know you're in that time zone. I know.
Oh yeah, I am.
Imagine me.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
just imagine me doing the podcast live from Disney World.
Oh geez.
Yeah.
There you go.
From the It's a Small World ride.
Yeah.
Well, you can always hop on the Under the Sea and hope it breaks down for 25 minutes so you listen to Under the Sea.
Oh, my.
Under the Sea.
The seaweed is always
Oh,
green.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks, Joe. Josh.
Yep. So thank you guys, and yeah, thank you guys so much, everybody, my viewers, so much for watching this. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you all again real soon. And yeah, I've got so much